Well, this is one of the great laboratories in the world to study how deltas grow. What does it take as far as sediment input and vegetation growth and the stage of the river flow and the interaction with the tides and coastal fronts and what are the impacts of hurricanes? All those are pieces of the puzzle to understand how deltas sustain themselves.
And it's pretty cool because you can see us going in a certain direction.
And one of the toughest part about working in a delta is you can only touch one little piece of it at any one time and understand one little piece of it at one time. Now we have the capability of working with NASA to understand the entire delta.
Anchor these islands and put them in those PVC pipes so they have this sturdy platform. I mean, this is genius. We freeze it so that we can get an idea of
So we have 3 aircrafts flying simultaneously over the Atchafalaya Basin and the Terrebonne Basin. Each of these aircraft carry a remote sensing instrument. And with those spectrum, we can figure out how much sediment is in that water. And if we know how much sediment is in that water, and using the radar, we know where that water goes, we know where those sediments go and end up. So it's kind of a complete and complementary system that we designed here.
We can understand the growth, where the delta is growing, where it's not growing, why it's growing in certain locations and why it's not in others. You can't do that running around in a boat. You know, having satellites essentially put us at a much macro scale that I've never worked at before.
In other deltas around the world, you don't have as much subsidence. You have similar sea level rise. But in the near future, as sea level rise accelerates, it will reach a point where it's going to be just like we have here in the Mississippi River Delta. So it's a lab, it's a window into the future.
Software that we use to.
Given that all our data and all our models will be open to public, we're really open that it will take off and be used to support decision-making and to support management of natural resources. And not only along the Mississippi River Delta, but in different areas around the world.